If you're looking for a product that is absolutely exploding right now, then you've come to the right video. What I'm going to show you is the evidence in the marketplace that it's already selling. In fact, there's listings that are doing tens of thousands of dollars a month, one topping out at over $180,000 in a single month of sales, and they're not even having to advertise. Now, this product, it is print on demand. So what I'm going to do is show you how to validate that you are working on a winning product, how to design it using Canva, how to upload it and get it listed on Etsy to maximize your chance of making sales with the lowest cost possible. Now, this stuff is exactly what I teach my students inside the Products Accelerator. If you want to check that out, it's the first link in the description below. It is my coaching program for print on demand. So let's get into it and let's start making those sales. Now, the product that we're going to be looking at is chopping boards. These things have been going off for quite some time, but what I'm liking here is that it is a trend that's in the pickup phase. We're at the lowest part of the year, but as we get through February into March and April, we start to see it going up, obviously because of the summer months in the USA. So if we type in barbecue, because this is the niche that we're going after, because there's a lot of fun and a lot of opportunity in there, and it's not something that I've seen anybody doing just yet, but I think with the innuendo and fun that you can put on these chopping boards, you can make a lot of sales. So here you can see for the past 5 years, barbecue has had a really good search volume year round, with it only really dropping down to below the 50 mark, through November, December, which are the coldest months in the States. So coming over into Etsy, what I'm doing is I've typed in chopping board, obviously, and then I'm using Everbee to actually validate whether or not these products are selling. So what we can see here, $181,696 in a month. Insane numbers. It really is, particularly when you could almost estimate that 40 to 50% of that is the profit that these guys are making. And they're stupid, simple designs. Like, look at this thing. Like, it really is. It couldn't be easier to design something like this. But when I sold millions of dollars worth of apparel, what I was seeing is that one of the niches that were incredibly responsive to the shirts were people that loved to smoke meat. Now, you can imagine the sort of innuendo that you can put on them. And if we go over into Google Images, you get to see exactly what I'm talking about. I like my meat rubbed, jerked, and pulled. Obviously talking about barbecue meat, but the innuendo is there. But as you go through, you can see tons and tons of evidence of this innuendo-based design that connects very well. Now, what I'd suggest you do is not just go and create one design, but do many. Put a lot of these designs onto your chopping boards, focus on chopping boards and this barbecue niche on Etsy, and you're going to start seeing those sales come in. So now we've got a concept. I quite like this design style as well. I think it's going to translate very well to a chopping board. So that's what I'm going to use as inspiration. Now, there's a lot of phrases like this that you've seen time and time again. There's very little chance of it having any trademark on there. It is wise to still go and check uspto.gov just to make sure, but I'm pretty confident this one's going to be okay. So I like my meat rubbed, jerked, and pulled. I like the design style. It all looks very good, and I think it's going to be quite simple to create in Canva. So what we're going to do is, first up, we're going to come into T-Launch. T-Launch are the guys that are going to print and fulfill these orders on demand for us. Now, I've sold a few shopping boards with them, and customers are loving them. So I'm more than happy to share these with you. What we do here, go to kitchenware, and then we're going to see the different chopping boards that we have. Now, aprons, another good addition to a barbecue store. These hardwood oval cutting boards, they're the ones we want to focus on. Now, click onto it. And now what we're going to do is actually get the dimensions that we need. So 2475 by 2475. And then we can take that over into Canva. So I'm going to have to resize that. So we'll go custom size, 2475, 2475. Copy and resize design. Now this is another one that I have done previously. Cool. So I'm going to delete all that. What I'm going to do is grab the text layer. Now, what was it? I like my. And it looks like an impact font too. So let's try that. Now, this is where you see winning products. Now, if we have a look at these personalized shopping boards as well, we can go King of the Grill and we can have a look at what sort of dollars these guys are doing as well. So sorting King of the Grill there, We've got Dad, Grill Master. This top one's doing $12,500 a month. You wouldn't say no to a cheeky $4,000 a month coming into your account, particularly if there is no advertising on that. But as you start getting sales on that, you'd expect that you'd have other products in your store selling as well, probably other chopping boards as well. So that's really cool. But coming back over to the design, I like my meat rubbed. Change that font. Now the font choice can take some time. It's one of those things, like, to try and match them up and make them look good together. There we go. We can use something like that. Like my meat rubbed. And it's a bit more of a scary font, this one. So if I type in scary, what do I get? Now, I believe they use a laser for this engraving too on the chopping boards. Grab the design element, barbecue. Now I want a similar hand-drawn thing, so it'll be in here somewhere. There we go. All right, so once you're happy with that design, I think that's good enough for the bush, as they say in Australia. So I'm just going to download that, transparent background, just that page. Done. Download. Sweet. Then we go back over to T-Launch. Now we're going to upload it. All right, then we upload it. Looking good. Go next. Awesome. So selling price. Yep, cool. It's not personalized. Adding personalization to it can be very handy. What we're also going to do is take this across to ChatGPT and have it to create a description for Etsy as well. Okay, so here we are. I am wanting you to rewrite this description for an Etsy listing to encourage people that love barbecuing to purchase this chopping board. Please rewrite the following, formatting it specifically for Etsy. Copy and paste. There we go. Let it do its thing. Fantastic. Now we can take that. Go back to T-Launch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the name. Look at this. In demand. 51 people bought this in the last 24 hours. Blowing up. Really, really cool. Analytics will take that top one. 2 people bought this in the last 24 hours. Really good to see. Take that. Meat rubbed. Cool. Those profits are really good. Taking into consideration that you do have shipping on that as well. They're all good. I actually charge shipping on Etsy, which is $5, which should cover the shipping on most of those. So if we have a look at that again, chopping boards. So small, $5 shipping. On the large, it's $6. So yeah, that's covering that. So you're pretty safe there in knowing that they're going to be your profit. So you're sitting around $30 less their Etsy transaction fees. So I'm pretty happy with that. If you're happy with that pricing, set description and pricing as default. You can even have tag groups as well as the tag specifically for that product, which again, for this particular product, I'm going to analyze this listing using Everbee, and I'm going to copy these tags. Copy them, come back over, and I'm going to put them in here as well. Now, this is going to be very annoying, but go through, add them all in. You only need to do it the once. Away you go. Then you just add your tag group there as well. And then once you're happy with that, go create. And now it's going to generate all the different images that you need to actually list it on Etsy as well. So you need to probably give it half an hour in some cases before that is ready to push over to Etsy. And obviously you need to make sure that your T-Launchers account is connected to your Etsy store, which is a pretty simple process. So what we're going to do is go to stores and then click on connect to Etsy, and it takes you through that setup process. Very, very simple. Don't need to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so now it has come across to my Etsy store, and it's going to be in my draft listings. Apparently I'll push it across twice, but that's all good. So what we're going to do is just come in here and we're going to optimize this a bit better, making sure that it's in the right categories, and giving it all the recommended bits and pieces as well. So I'm just going to put that lifestyle image up there. Not a fan of that. So what I'll do is I'll go back over to T-Launch, and what I'll do is I'll open this one. Because these ones, doing it this way, it allows me to actually grab a really nicely sized image and not have that white box around it. So I think that's super important. So save image. Just delete that. But these mock-ups look fantastic from T-Launch. I'm quite happy with them. I would love another one that shows it where it's sitting more like this. I think that's heaps better. Even this image here, that looks really good because it allows you to illustrate that design very, very simply. I like my meat rubbed, jerked, and pulled. Great design. Well done, Ronnie. That's cool. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to do. Make sure we've got a really nice mock-up. I haven't looked on Etsy, or Creative Market is another place you can find good mock-ups. But using good quality mock-ups that look different are a great way to stand out. They are the way to stand out. So I'm just going to put the actual what it says in here as well. The chopping board reads. This hilarious chopping board reads. Cool. Just double check that it all reads correctly after that. Once you're happy, keep coming down. No personalization. I would suggest adding personalization to these designs. There are a bunch of different ideas for this particular barbecue niche. Butcher's chopping blocks, that kind of thing. I reckon play around with that and you're going to be getting some decent sales coming through. You want to change who made it. You want it to be another company or person. If they made a finished product, we want to select the production partners. Now, I've got a few different ones in here that I've worked with, but we want to make sure if you don't have it that you set one up for them as well. And once you're happy with that, click apply. It's already got the right category. It's in cutting boards, material. So we're just going to put wood, primary color. What would you say that is? Brown. Secondary color, more brown, beige. Occasion, don't worry about it. Holiday, don't worry about it. Now I'm going to go back over to this chopping board and grab all these tags and put that on my listing. Now, I'm not going to do the first two because... Is it the right one? This one. Could not add the same tag more than once. Good. Won't. There we go. Gift for dad, gift for man, gift for grandfather. We don't need all those ones. That's kind of pointless. Because when you got gift in there, it's going to match it up with different terms you've got anyway. Go through, do your keyword research using eRank as well. That can help you find other ones. Let's go maple. And we'll go, what was the other one? Maple and walnut. Shipping, cool. Returns and exchanges, I'll leave that on there. And there we go. And then once you're happy, publish with changes. And you'll see that it's going to pop up like this on Etsy, and happy days. You've got a top quality product that's got a huge chance of making sales. Make sure you list plenty. So publish with changes, accept that charge, and away you go. Now, I do have a link for, I think it's 50 free listings when you do sign up. Could be wrong, but there are a lot of free listings. Does nothing for me. It just gives you a bunch of new ones. I think even if you do have an account, you can still click on it and it's going to allow you to have those listings as well. But if you want to learn how to create a $5,000 to $10,000 per month print-on-demand business in as little time as possible, make sure you click the first link in the description below and check out the BotX Accelerator, which is my coaching program for print-on-demand. Watch the free training. If you love the sound of it, then book a call with my team and I, because I'd love to help you over there. Stay awesome.